Hello and welcome here to GIO Stadium. We're live down here at Canberra, the home of the Canberra Raiders. And coming down from Townsville in North Queensland, it's the North Queensland Cowboys. Chris Lord leading them out there onto the pitch here. It's a healthy crowd here in Canberra. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by your SRL Commissioner, Lachlan Martin.
G'day Eddie, it should be an absolutely amazing game down here. These two teams have a fierce rivalry, especially with the fact, well, playing in a grand final not that long ago. Once you play in a grand final, the rivalry never sort of leaves, and especially between these two clubs. So the Raiders, they've had a very tough start to the season. They've won 2 games, lost 1, but all 3 of the games they've played have been extremely close. And it should be a good outing here today.
Yeah, it definitely will be. And the Raiders coming with at one point win last week against the Panthers. They're always close scoring affairs, Lachlan. And the Cowboys, well, they haven't lost a game so far this season from memory, and they're going to be looking to continue that here. And there's Mobberston with the return now up here to the 20. 2 in there to bring him down. In there at dummy half is Wells. Wells is going right here now. Moana underneath here to Chris Lord. They're going to have to stand up here, the middles. Leondis and Tim James. They just need to get in the face there of Chris Lord and also the rest of the forward pack here. Here goes Kobe Kelly now getting around 1. Barnes out there at the back to bring him down. He'll be pulled down short of the halfway there. Kelly playing it. Kembolo going right. Here goes Lord now. Ball playing to Mobberston, who bumps off 1. Offloads here to the vice-captain Moana now. 40 out here from the opposition line. 4th tackle for the Cowboys. Going right here. Kembolo out here at Alamatungi. Going out the back here to Wallace, matter of fact. 56 gained in this set here for the North Queensland Cowboys now. 5th tackle in the pocket. They get it wrong. Miscommunication. And Lockie, they were looking good. They just didn't get it right there.
Yeah, probably a disappointing end to the set, if, in my opinion. Just they were looking nice. A couple of offloads, good movement through the middle. But unfortunately, that last pass just hit the chest of Casey Namana. Wasn't expecting and couldn't hold on to his lollies. And the Raiders now get a good opportunity to go upfield. Potentially have an attack kick at the end of the set.
And here goes Eli Barnes now, breaking 1 tackle. Alamatungi's out there to break it up, but they're within the red zone now of the Cowboys, the Raiders. Which way are they going? Tim James is going left. Thompson, halves linking. Caval now. Driving it to the 10, Rohan. Which way are they going here now? Left side of the upright, they go right. Lewis out here, Lillard. Samuel Lillard driving. There's 2 in the tackle. The second came in late. And I don't think it was enough there to stop the big prop forward to open the scoring here at GIO Stadium.
Yeah, wow. Looks like he's got overs, Lillard. He knows how to find a try. I think he scored a try last week too, Samuel Lillard. And he just pushes his way forward, gets down low and goes. And we'll open the scoring here for Canberra Raiders. And I've got to say, it's been a pitch-perfect start for the Raiders. Well, the Cowboys, who have yet to lose a game, I'll remind our viewers. 3 wins, 0 losses, have had a really poor start. Probably their poorest start to quite a few seasons. They started really well moving up the middle, but they make an error. And then the Raiders realistically just go down the field way too easily and eventually score the opening try of the match.
And we're talking about it very early in the game. The Raiders forwards, Lillard, and Tim James, and Leondis, they just have to take it to this forward pack of the Cowboys. And they certainly have done that, especially with the forward crossing over to get the first points of the game.
Yeah, it was really good stuff from the Raiders. I actually think that was a perfect set there. Barnes was getting his hands on the ball. Probably had a quieter start to the season than a lot of people would have expected, Barnes, but he had his hands on the ball early in that set. Caval was getting his hands on the ball. Tim James was working wonders through the middle in that opening set. And it took 1 set, but the Raiders have scored early here, and they're right up for this game, the Raiders. They've had 2 close games so far. People, been critical of how they've been performing, but they're definitely right up for this game.
There's Allen now driving over the 30 here for the Raiders. They're going right. Caval underneath Lillard, the try scorer previously, going over the 40 here now. Where's Tim James looking? 3rd tackle. He's going to go for a settler here to Lewis. Fending off 1. Lewis, that's a good run. They did well to scramble there, the Cowboys now. Which way are they going here? Within the opposition 40. Looking to spread it here now. Eli Barnes out here to Edwards. Marshall Edwards getting around 1 now. Alamatungi with a good tackle underneath there to drive him back. But he's taken out of this defensive play here now. They're looking for the kick. It'll be Lewis with the crossfield punt. And underneath it is going to be Tatara Maxwell stepping around 1. But the Raiders, they do well to get there and keep their own end here.
Yeah, I've got to say, that was a perfect start as all. They're error
Oh,
now. But,
and
they'll be disappointed with that. They've made a line breakdown, but, you know, the Raiders, that was perfect setup to scoring points. Just went straight down the middle, spread it on a couple tackles, but now for Cowboys, this is looking dangerous.
And here goes Columbus straight through. Eli Barnes was slow to get out of the back, making a cover tackle on Moana previously now. And he's still not back there. They're going left here, spreading it. Wallace, cut out. Off it, Alamatungi. Is Barnes back there? Yes, he is.
Oh!
Offload to Mobberston. Goosey, the ankle tap misses. And we're talking about forward scoring. Well, now it's Robbo Mobberston for the North Queensland Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't think he was expected to get the ball there. He just was up in the middle supporting. Usually that's Chris Lord supporting up the middle at fullback forward. But this time it was Mobberston. And a little bit of luck on the Cowboys' way there. You know, they put a big hit on. I thought there may have been calls for a knock-on or the Raiders may have dived on it. But Moana gets it. Goes up the middle, quick play the ball. And 2 line breaks back-to-back from Columbus and Amatangi leads to Mobberston picking up the scraps and going over. And the Cowboys, you can never sleep on them. It was a perfect set after conceding points. They defended well, and now they go straight down the middle, pretty much 100 meters in that set, and score their first try of the game. And I get the feeling it could be for a higher scoring contest here with how both these teams have attacked early on.
It definitely wasn't. Both sides are just making crucial errors within the opposition halves, either giving away easy field possession or not getting your fifth tackle options right. Both sides have done that, and both have taken advantage of those chances. There's the previous try scorer, Mobberston now, driving up to the 25. Good leg drive there from the forward now. They're going left here. Moana, cut out here to Johnston now. Johnston driving. That's a good run there from the second rower. Second tackle here at Jarrow Stadium. They're looking down the short side now here, the Cowboys. Cut out. Here goes Kobe Kelly now. Eli Barnes is back there to cover. It's a good tackle there now. Over the halfway. That's where Kelly went. Kembolo going short here to Mobberston. He'll just take a settler there from the center, and he's going to come back in here and work the ruck over again. Going right again, that same way. Moana, cut out. Chris Lord fending off one. Jordan Lewis did it earlier. Now Chris Lord is. Tackle 20 out here at the opposition line. They'll be looking for the kick within the red zone. The bomb from Moana, and that's where it's going. The bomb underneath the sticks. Barnes is there. He's not really wanting that to take it. He takes it eventually, and he steps around one, but they're going to... Oh, he's driving out. He should have taken down the full there, Lockie, but he did well to get out of the end goal. And there's Leondis now, 25 out, going left. Caval short here. Allen, 30 out here from their own line here, the Raiders. They'll be looking to hopefully get an early kick here. Leondis being driven back. They're going to be looking for the boot here of Caval, surely. This is good defense here from the Cowboys. A bit flat-footed. Caval's just going to take the run here now. Short of the 50. The halfway point. 34 gained in that set for the Raiders. In the pocket it goes. It's going to be King now. Josh King driving it downfield. That's a good kick there from the second row, playing in the centers. Deterra Maxwell steps around one. Barnes is back there. That's a good cover there from the fullback, but they might need to be looking to kick down Kobe Kelly's way.
Yeah, it was a better defensive set there from the Cowboys. Both teams letting each other make way too many meters previously, but the Cowboys really kept the Raiders inside their own 40. And now the Raiders will look the same, but Columbus again, he's been good so far today. He's made another line break on that edge.
And up to the halfway now here from the Cowboys. Third tackle. Going left now. It's going to be off here to Wallace. And Wallace straight through a hole. Offloading this time to Wells there. In the hooker position here this evening. Which way they're going? Columbus left. And there goes Namana straight through over one. They come back to cover. The offload again. Wells picks it up. And now they're within the 10. 80 meters gained in this set here from the Cowboys. They'll be looking for the boot here of the halves. And it's Lord, matter of fact, is just going to take a settler. The forward, the beating heart of North Queensland is over. It was one-on-one. You're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop the North Queensland captain that close to the line.
Yeah, Chris Lord, he's over there. Caval couldn't keep him up, and he's just always on the ball. You know, we talked about earlier that usually it was Chris Lord just... supporting up the middle. Obviously, last time was Mobberston, but this time, Lord takes on the last and just decides, I'll just go myself, and if he wants to try, we're going to be hard to stop him from getting that try if he really wants it, and determination there, pushed it out the middle, had an amazing start to the season, Chris Lord, had a really good start to this game too, and the Cowboys take the lead for the first time in this match, and the Raiders, after having a perfect start, since that 5th minute mark, or since that, after they turned the ball over pretty much after that first set, after points, the Cowboys been all over them, and Now they lead by 6 points after 14 minutes.
And the crowd is sort of settled here at GIO Stadium. The Raiders will be looking to strike back here. Rohan here with the kicking duties to get us back underway in this first half. 15 gone now on the clock.
Yeah, we sorry to
Returning
there, Eddie, but we talk about, the battle of this forward pack and the Raiders got to stand up to. I've got to say, after Lillard's got that first time, there's been 2 players in the forward pack for the Cowboys that have struck back, basically saying, whatever you can do to Raiders, we can do better, and they've just absolutely owned that period since the Raiders have scored that first try, and it's really good stuff to see.
Moana now just doing a forwards job, running it up there, the little 5'8" here. Which way they're going now? Right now will be Wallace cutting out here to Alamatangi. He's being quiet. Offloads now. Hodgson picks up the flick pass there from Alamatangi. Marker's offside. They're going to take advantage. Wells doesn't. Settler here to Namana now, driving over the halfway. 43 meters gained in that set there for the Cowboys. 5th tackle. They'll be looking for the boot of this man. It will be Wallace this time with the kicking duties. Down here to Xavier Demando. Demando driving there. Is winding up, but they did well to cover him there. Columbus with the tackle. Going right here now. Caval. Short here. Allen. The halves doing a bit of ball playing early in this set. The forwards driving. Short side now. Leondas cut out ball. Demando again looking dangerous. That was a bit of a better run there from him on this occasion. 40 out of their own line here. Going right. It'll be Allen. Short here to Leondas. The forwards getting some work done. Trying to get out of their own end here. Up to the halfway. Going right. Lillard now driving short of the 40. Will be pulled down. The Raiders, they'll be looking for the boot here. They need a good kick from Caval. And it goes here to that man. Right boot, kicks it. Down here to Terra Maxwell. He's been dangerous. Gets around one now. Barnes is back there to cover. But Lockie, they're looking dangerous every time they kick down that way to Terra Maxwell.
Yeah, I think every time they pitch the ball, the Raiders are looking dangerous. I saw Amatangi once again, nearly getting through. Tim James with a crucial tackle there, but feels like every set the Cowboys have, they're pretty much looking like they get a score. And again, Terra Maxwell, Amatangi taking early hit-ups. Then Moana now looks like it's going to be the forward turn. In fact, never mind, they're going to go to Amatangi again. Second touch in this set, he's just working his absolute arse off at the moment, and it's really proving crucial for the Cowboys.
And there's Wallace now, 35 out here of the Raiders line. They'll be looking for the kick to put them under more goal line pressure now. It's Chris Lord with the crossfield punt. Where's the kick chase? Edwards is under it. Steps around one. Marshall Edwards. Alamatangi's back there to cover. He's been doing it in attack the hard yards, and now he's doing it in defense. And then Laumu now going left here. Caval. Rohul this time, driving 35 out of their own line here, the Raiders. Second tackle. Where's James going? Tim James will be looking that left side. Cut up all here to the center, and King who steps around one. How good's the second rower been? And the centers offloading now here to Leondis. 35 out now, third tackle. They're within good field position here. And looking for the switch play for Eli Barnes inside. And well read there by the Cowboys defense. Interchanges happening at GIO Stadium here now. Going right, James. Thompson, short here to Lewis. He'll drive within the 20 there of the Cowboys. There's a good set out of trouble there from the Raiders. They'll be looking for the kick here now. Switch play out to Thompson. The bomb in front of the left-hand upright. Who's underneath it? Oh, it's Chris Lord. And he's nearly off to the races. What an effort play there from the captain.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be Chris Lord that just gets back there when no one wants it. He's just always looking for the ball. Now,
Alamatangi. Barnes inside out. Trying to get back on side. And he's off to the races. The crowd is dying. The North Queensland Cowboys away from home are going to extend the scoring here in Canberra.
And talk about against the run of play. It was Chris Lord. It was the fullback who was put up position just a few plays ago. And his captain, Chris Lord, had to get back there to cover for him. And what a play it ended up being by Chris Lord is, well, the very next couple of plays later, I should say, Amatangi takes a hit up and turns Barnes on out. Barnes was not expecting that. And Alamatangi goes pretty much 80 meters to extend the Cowboys' lead out to 12.
And the Cowboys, they've been showing this all season, Lockie. They can score from anything, anywhere, no matter the situation on the park. And that's just the class and the wealth of experience and also X factor that they have on the field. You've got Terra Maxwell out there on the wing. He's been looking to do that all game so far. But then Alamatangi hasn't broken the line barely. And he's just shown us he can play two parts. He can play the grindy footy. Then when he sees an opportunity, he goes for it.
Yeah, it was really good by Alamatangi. He's just so dangerous. He's had a really good start as loopy pass there. I thought maybe an innocent might have been on the cards, but he's so strong all the time, Alatangi. He never stops competing. And, you know, he had a bit of a quieter season last year, but he's definitely back to his best form at the moment. Playing some really good footy.
And there's Wallace, inside ball here to Columbus. How good's Columbus been out of trouble for yardage for the Cowboys? Every single touch has just been a wealth of meters for them. And now they're going left here to Chris Lord, the captain. Offloading now. Moana, the vice there to pick it up. He'll drive to where he got brought down. Over the halfway now here for the Cowboys. Fourth tackle going left. Kimbolo. Johnston now just going to take a settler there from his half. From his half back there now. They'll be looking for the kick to put the Raiders into trouble off the boot of Moana. Downfield. There's nobody there. Eli Barnes was deep up there in the line. Edwards had to come back to cover. And that's a beautiful kick chase there from the Cowboys.
Yeah, but no, just kept down on Edwards. He's one of the better wingers in the competition, especially in open space. And they just put lots of pressure on Edwards, not letting him get any momentum. And he's taken there on the 20s. Now the Raiders, they get up the fight. So that's a good run, though.
Yeah, it's a good run there from Downey now. Driving up to the halfway. He'll nearly get there. But this is where Tim James needs to inject himself. Fatigue is settling in slowly, and they're going out here to Eli Barnes. Steps around one. Barnes, where's Alamatangi? He was out of position. He came back to cover eventually, but he's still not back there. The Cowboys fullback. Will they take advantage of it, the Raiders? Caval, underneath, knock on. They were looking to switch the ball underneath for a play, and they just didn't get it right there, the Raiders. Space the pace now. With the return out of trouble, the Raiders, they can still make some good use of this field position. They just need to back themselves in defense, Lockie.
Yeah, they've had a couple good tackles to start this set, but they were disappointed at the Raiders. They had a brilliant opportunity to potentially put, you know, the Cowboys under a bit of pressure there, potentially decrease their lead that the Cowboys currently have, but an error, just a bit of miscommunication, maybe a bit of panic too, and now the Cowboys are going upfield, although not very far. Only 20 meters gained in this first 4 tackles. Good stuff.
Early kick here from Moana off the right boot downfield. Barnes isn't back there, but it doesn't have much distance on it. Here goes Eli now. Steps around one. Can he do the same thing that Alamatangi did to them earlier? Not on this occasion. Going left here now. Caval short here to Allen. Driven back there and a solid tackle there from the Cowboys now. James in there at dummy half. King, matter of fact, they're going right. Caval off here. Connecting with Barnes again. They're getting him to do a lot of yardage work out of this. In this set. 3 to bring him down there on this occasion. Tim James now passing right. Down the short side. Marshall Edwards. He can score from anywhere. Not on this occasion. 45 out here. 4th tackle for the Raiders. They'll be looking to spread it. Caval just takes a settler there, actually. Rahul there now. 30 out here from the Cowboys line. They'll be looking for the boot. They just need to play this field position game and just get back into the grind here, the Raiders. Be Thompson driving it downfield. There's Tatera Maxwell. Dangerous. Gets around one. Tatera Maxwell. That's a good cover tackle there by the Raiders.
Yeah, it was great stuff around Tatera Maxwell, just putting pressure on him. There's now, let's show up the middle of the pace. Great run there.
And there's Barnes to make the tackle out the back. What a run there from the forward, coming off the bench. Full of explosive power. Inside ball now. Alamatangi. That was well read there by the Raiders defensive line. Barnes wasn't back there to cover if he got through. Spreading it down the short side. Ricochet. They're going to call Falcon play on. Moana breaking a tackle. Rahul has to come in and cover for him. Now which way are they going? Where's Wells going? Right now. Lord, short ball, space the pace. He deserves a try. He got them here. There's 3 in the tackle. He's going on his back. The ref and
the ref just double checking in and miss anything, but pretty confident there. He couldn't get the ball down, and the Raiders, they just survived, but they're surviving on the skin of their teeth.
Here we go. It's 5th tackle now. Moana, grab a kick. It goes off the post. Arnold picks it up. And what a save there from the forward for the Raiders. Knock on, no advantage call. They'll keep playing on here now, the Raiders. Short ball from Lewis to Allen. Cowboys defensive line getting up in the face there of the Raiders. Tim James going left now. Cut out here to Downey. Here goes Downey straight through a hole. Marker player was offside. Took advantage of it. Up to the 40. It's only 2nd here from the Raiders. Good run out of trouble there. Looking to spread it here. James going right. Caval off here to Arnold. And that's well driven back there by the Cowboys defensive line. Short of the halfway now here, the Raiders. James going left, looking to spread it again. Out the back here to Barnes. And now Xavier Demando stepping around one. They get over the halfway now. It's 4th here for them now. They're going that same way, looking to spread it here. Caval out the back. Arnold, he's just going to take that run again. A better run there from the forward. Fifth tackle here for the Raiders. 53 gained in that set. In the pocket it goes. It's going to be Thompson with the kicking duties. Down here to Kobe Kelly now. They need to be kicking down this way, and that's why. That's a better kick chase there from the Raiders. They'll be looking to pin them down in this end here, the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys, they're still just going at it, and they're still proving it's going to be all going. Watch out, Alamutangi, and he's straight up the middle again. The Raiders have fallen off tackles, is out now. Alamutangi goes.
Alamutangi is looking to go off to the races there. Barnes held off now. 25 out here from the opposition line, going left. Within the red zone now, Kobe Johnston straight through. Offloading to Moana. Gets driven back now. 10 out here from the Raiders lines. Fourth tackle for the Cowboys. This is familiar territory inside Chris Lord. Driving 78 gained in this set now. Which way they're going? They're just meters out here, the Cowboys. They're looking to score here now. Moana, Settler, the defense got up quick. They were looking for the grubber kick, and they did well there on the Cowboys' little 5-8.
Yeah, so now pass goes wayward there for the Raiders. But
Xavier Demando straight through.
Confidence up with the Cowboys. They're just really putting pressure on. They're not putting too many points on, just putting pressure on the Raiders. You know, if they can get the next try to Raiders, you get the feel they could still do something. But the Raiders, the Cowboys aren't giving them any opportunities, nothing to get anywhere near that line at the moment. That's a big hit on Jordan Lewis.
Which way they're going? Left to now here. It's going to go to Allen. Fourth tackle here for the Raiders. Short of halfway. That's where it get put down. And a penalty is going to help them to get into the Cowboys half here, get into the red zone, and start accumulating some more points.
That's what the Raiders did. We said that the Cowboys weren't giving them any opportunity, but this is the opportunity the Raiders have been waiting for. They have to use it, though.
And here's Tim James now. 40 out from the opposition line to get us back underway. Caval off here to Wally Allen now. Allen there driving up short of the 30. Marcus slow to get up. Tim James going right. Inside now. Lewis fending off one. Alamutangi's back there. Offloading to Downey now. They're 20 out here from the Cowboys line. In the red zone. It's only second tackle. Going left. Looking to spread it out to Xavier Demando. Steps around one. That's a beautiful tackle there from Columbus. Which way they're going now? It's right. Caval driving. Rohan. He'll be pulled down short now. James, can he work his magic? They're going right. King now with the run. There's two on him. The third came in around the legs. They did well. The ref wants to check it.
Yeah, Josh King taking a settler there. Not sure that was the right play. Probably should have spread it. They have, likes of Barnes, Thompson, Edwards, Demando, but he's held up there, and the Raiders were one last tackle to potentially score.
They need to find some points here, the Raiders. They're going right now. Caval, grab a kick. Who's there for it? It's Kobe Kelly, the rookie there that saved the day. He was expecting the crossfield bomb, but he ran in on it, and he had to get on his trot as well to get there. Well done there from the rookie winger.
Yeah, it was great stuff, and now the Cowboys are under a lot of pressure, though. That's a great pass there to Hodgson, though.
Hodgson straight through, driven back there by Barnes, out of trouble. They couldn't get back on side there, the Raiders, and they made them pay for it, the Cowboys. Johnston now driving over the 30 here now. Fourth tackle, they'll be looking for a good kick out of trouble here. Wells running, looked to take advantage of the offside marker. Did well there to bring him down there, did the Raiders. Which way they're going now, the Cowboys? North Queensland, they're going left. Deep in the pocket, Moana is going to have to drive it down here. And here goes Marshall Edwards now, getting around one. Edwards tried turning Alamutangi inside out. He nearly did, but well done then. Edwards got them has got the Raiders in some good field position here, Lockie.
Yeah, he has put them in position. If they can score here, well, it puts them in a better position going into the second half. They really need to fight something here, I think. So.
And there's not much time left now here in this first half. King now driving. He'll be pulled down there short of the 10. Tim James needs to work his magic here. Caval off here. Eli Barnes steps around one. Look at this desperation defense from the Cowboys. North Queensland holding on for their lives. Going left now. Lewis driving. They're screaming at the television here. The Cowboys up in Townsville. They're wanting them to hold on here. Going left in the pocket it goes. Caval, crossfield bomb. Who's underneath it? Is it King? And Columbus takes it all class. Well done there from the center. He's been making plays like that all first half.
Yeah, he's probably had one of his best first halves I think I've seen him play. Or first halves I think I've ever seen him play in his entire career, Columbus. And he's just been very strong. And that was a great catch under pressure. King was getting up there to potentially make a play at it. But Columbus, he stood his ground. And now, well, penalty. Not sure they can do much off the penalty. But the Cowboys will definitely take this into halftime.
They definitely will. I think the scoreline will stay the same, Lockie. As Wallace kicked in for touch. They'll just be looking to just no silly errors here. Just play it. Just play with the ball. Try and do something, but they'll just take the settle here to Chris Lord. And that's halftime here at GIO Stadium. The North Queensland Cowboys lead 18-6 against the Raiders at halftime.
From video editing to thumbnail design, Flow Managing covers all of your YouTube and social media needs, relieving the stress of finding creative workers and giving you more time to be creative yourself. Why wait? Join Flow Managing and we will work for you.
Welcome back here to the second half at GIO Stadium. Going into the sheds, it was the away side, the North Queensland Cowboys leading 18-6 against the Canberra Raiders. The battle of fullbacks by the looks of it here at GIO Stadium. Lachlan Martin, your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, g'day, Eddie. It was a brilliant performance, I thought, from the Cowboys. Just dominant throughout the middle. Their outside backs in particular, especially Amatungi, were just getting the ball rolling. And Raiders probably lucky to own it down by 12. They had a bit of ball towards the end of the first half, but were unable to convert. The Cowboys' defense lasting, and well, they're not out of it yet by any means. 12 points is definitely, a margin you can come back from. It's just how they go about it. If they were to do that, I'm not sure, because at the moment, the Cowboys don't look like letting up.
There's Ruben Mobbs now with the ball. Playing in that second row position after halftime. They're going right here with Rossini in a dummy half. Short ball, big hit. Johnston picks it up. And Rossini been put into that number 9 position for Tim James to go for a rest now. Going right now here, Alamatungi off to Maxwell. That's a strong tackle there made by King. It was well done. And he's going to play the ball down here as well. And they're going left here now. Columbus out here to Wells. Wells fending the number 9, and he's also breaking tackles as well here. Good run there from Kieran Wells now. 15 out here of the Raiders line. Wallace going left. Lord, cut up ball. Alamatungi steps around 1. That's a good tackle made by the Raiders there. Had to be done. 4th here now for the Cowboys. They'll be looking to spread it again now. Moana off here to Columbus. He's not able to do anything in that situation. 23 gained in this set here for the Cowboys. This has been good defense here from the Raiders. 5th tackle. Lord with the crossfield bomb. Out here to Kobe Kelly. Tap back. Alamatungi picks it up. Dives for the corner. And GIO Stadium, there must be some Cowboys fans down here because they're up and they're celebrating.
Yeah, it didn't take long for the Cowboys to crack it. Talk about that Chris Lord Amatungi combination again. We mentioned it in previous broadcasts, obviously. Chris Lord grew up playing in the halves. He knows how to put a good kick in, and that was a beautiful bomb just up in the air. And a tap back, and Amatungi scores again. He's been involved in every single Cowboys try. Set 2 up, and the other 2 that he hasn't set up, he's scored. And Wells is going to wave away to the right-hand side, but the Cowboys remain up this now by 16, and this could get ugly real quick if the Raiders aren't careful.
It definitely couldn't. Tungi breaks in that first half. He's just going to add on to that tally there coming into the second. As Rohan there putting the ball on the tee, and they're going to take their time here, the Cowboys, Lockie. They need to regroup as a side because they clearly didn't going into the sheds.
Yeah, it was very disappointing. Started by an error, and it only took the 5th tackle for Chris Lord, the Mr. Everything for the Cowboys. Just he plays like a half with a forward body. I don't think he knows he's actually meant to be a lock forward with how he's played over the past season and a half. But that time he just puts up the bomb, and Amatungi just manages to come down with it. And in the end, the Raiders score, and now the Cowboys score, and the Raiders, they're going to be under the pump already in the second half.
And underneath there to Johnston, the block play there from the Cowboys. 4th tackle. They'll be looking for the early kick from the boot of Moana. And off it goes. Barnes was deep in the line, and this has gone wayward at GIO Stadium. They've lost the compass here of Moana, and that's gone out on the full.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing there. This basketball disappointing himself, going for the early 4-20. And, had he hit that perfectly, it probably was going to be 4-20, but he just had too much on it, and it went straight out on the full on the Raiders. Well, if they want to strike back, this is a good opportunity to do so.
Which way are they going now? Rossini going left here off to Mobbs. Ruben Mobbs driving there. 15 out here from the line within the red zone now. The Raiders short side play. Lillard cut out. Xavier Demando. Wallace was offside, and they're going to get around the legs. What beautiful cover tackle there from the Cowboys. They've all held up here, the referee now. They're going right here. Rossini it goes. Caval short here. Lewis driving. Be looking to play that full 65 minutes there in that lock position. Marker's offside. Rossini going right, and it's Laumu now. Lomu getting driven back there, short of the goal line here. It's 5th now for the Cowboys. They'll be looking for the kick for the Raiders. Will be bomb crossfield right of the upright, and Rossini takes it. Who's taken over for Tim James in that hooker position, and what a job he's doing.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis ended up with the last. Not sure what he just puts it high in the air. Probably a little bit more deeper than they were. You'd expect Amatone to catch that, but he just mistimes his jump. And Rossini just puts himself in the right position, competing on every play. You know, he's a really underrated hooker, especially that he comes off the bench, Rossini, and he just catches it. And the Raiders, they started, you know, second half poorly, but they've bounced back. And they needed that one. They really needed to find something there.
And Caval converts to pull it back to 10 points the difference. About 7 minutes gone here in this second half at Geo Stadium. Cowboys came out of the sheds like a live wire and all over the Raiders. But they've just regrouped, and we said that at the kickoff, Lockie. They just have to regroup. Go back, just remember what the coach and captain said back in the sheds.
Yeah, obviously, Jordan Lewis led by actions there. I'm sure he was not meant to get that ball on the last tackle there, but he just said, I'll do it, boys, don't worry. Puts it up. And then the little hooker, just competing, manages to outleap Tyler Amatang. He hasn't put a foot wrong all night, although that's probably the first one he has put wrong. And the Raiders, they're back within a little bit of distance. Cowboys still have a little bit of breathing room, but it gives them a little bit more confidence heading into the rest of this game.
Well, Chris Lord showed that he could put up the bomb, so Jordan Lewis said, I can as well. And straight through here now, Ruben Mobbs. Over the halfway, 4th tackle here for the Raiders. They'll be looking for that settler through Rossini. And here goes the captain, Lewis, talking about him. That's Chris Lord stuff like that from Lewis now. Which way are they going? It's 5th tackle here for the Raiders. In the pocket it goes. They'll find the proper half now. Caval, knock on. Well, I should say it goes off the legs there of the defender. Mobbs picks it up. And they're going to be driven down here within the 5 of the Cowboys half.
Yeah, not a great end to the set, but if they can keep the Cowboys down here, it'll make it all worth it. So that wasn't a great kick. Hit the legs of the Cowboys defender, and they got down there. And obviously, I think it might have been, I'm not entirely sure who it was. I think it was Ruben Mobbs dived on it, but unfortunately, he couldn't do anything else. Oh, that was a beautiful pass there to Johnston. Straight for the line.
Johnston there, over the halfway. 2nd tackle now here for the Cowboys, within the Raiders half. Going down the short side by the looks of it. That's where they go. Space the pace, cut out ball. And Kobe Kelly, Eli Barnes, what an ankle tap there. From the Raiders fullback, it had to be done now. Which way are they going? Kimbolo, short ball. Chris Lord out the back. Wells just going to take a 71 gain. The ankle tap there from Barnes. Now, which way are they going? They'll be looking for the kick. Wallace putting up the bomb. It's too late. Moana picks it up. He finds some space, Damien Moana. And it's 6 to go here for the Cowboys. In front of the sticks, they're going left. Wallace driven back now. The Raiders holding on for dear life. Wells in there at dummy half. They're looking to spread it here. Out here, Moana. They got up there quick as well. They had to play cooking out the back. Wasn't able to get there to just take it off the pan now. Johnston now offload. Chris Lord can't do anything with it there now. 10 out here. 3rd tackle for the Cowboys. They're going to spread it this time. Yes, they will. Wallace out here. Alamatangi steps around 1, driving. Alamatangi, they're going to get 3 in there, 2 in there to tackle. But the ref, the ref wants to check it here.
Great tackle there by Rohan Kamal. I think he got there. And Alamatangi, I thought for all money he was in for his hat-trick. He wasn't. If the Raiders somehow come back there, they'll have to look at that tackle because that was a brilliant tackle by Rohan Kamal to save a try.
95 gained in this set here for the Cowboys. This will be the last tackle. 5th tackle for them now. 52 gone here in this game so far. In the pocket it goes. It's going to be Chris Lord with the kicking duties again. Barnes is underneath. Tap back. Alamatangi is there, but they read that well that time. They're not going to fall for the same trick twice, the Raiders.
And they survived. That was a great set there in the end by the Raiders. It was the Cowboys threw everything at them. Alamatangi getting his hands on the ball, but they read it perfectly. And that was a lot of good resilience there from the Raiders. We know that they know how to come back. Their second half's been very good. Obviously, last week they were down actually 24 to 16 with 7 minutes to go and somehow found a victory. So we know they can come back. They can get a little bit of ball. I feel like this game definitely isn't over.
And there's King now driving, and that's just going to be short of the halfway. That's where we'll get put down. Fourth tackle here for the Raiders. They're looking to spread it. Going right, Ricochet. They're going to pick it up here, Lewis, and Lewis is just going to drive an offload. And a big shot taken off the ball. You would have thought. Ref calls play on. Johnston picks up the crumbs. There's markers offside here, though. Wells is going to take advantage and get some extra meters for the Cowboys.
Yeah, and this point it's up for the Raiders. Get to survive once more as they're looking to send it back to Amatangi.
Inside ball, Alamatangi, not able to break the tackle on that occasion. Well read there by Rossini, I believe it was. They're going right now. Wallace, inside ball, Chris Lord, straight through a hole. Driven back there by Barnes. That's a big tackle made there by the Raiders fullback. But they're within the red zone now, the Cowboys. Going right. Wallace, he just takes a settler there from Wells. They'll be looking for the boot of Moana here by the looks of it. They're going left here now. Switch play. Grab a kick by Lord again. He's doing everything, and he's going to drive Lewis back into the in-goal there, matter of fact, and force a dropout here from the Raiders.
Yeah, I think it was the last tackle play there from the Cowboys. That's a big Chris Lord meant to, take on the line, then send it back to Moana for the kick, but he decided just to grab it for himself. Lewis dives on it, but he chases through on his own kick once again, and he gets a repeat set there. The Cowboys, they're throwing everything. I've got to say, give credit where credit due. The Raiders' defense at the moment has been very, very strong. If they keep that for another set, I get the feeling maybe the Raiders' time will come soon.
They're going right here now. Moana, short ball, space the pace, nearly getting through. Desperation tackle made by the Cowboys. They're going right here now from Kembolo. Johnston out here to Walmsley. Walmsley driving to the 10 now, left hand of the upright. Which way they're going? Wells back in there doing the duties now. Right here, Murray, Callum Murray driving, playing in that second row position here this evening. Usually playing in the centers now. It's fifth tackle here for the Cowboys. Lord to try and do the kicking duties again. One-on-one. They're going to get around his legs underneath the uprights in front of the sticks. And they hold on here, the Raiders.
I don't know how they hold on there. Straight off the holding on. That's a great run from Lillard. But the Raiders' defense, considering what we saw in that first half, some lazy defenders, that was amazing right there. And now the Raiders go straight up the field. They took a lot out of them. Wouldn't be surprised they don't have the energy to get up the field as far as they want, but so far they're looking like they can just go straight back into attack like it was nothing.
Short of the halfway now here. Which way are they going? Third tackle for the Raiders. They're going left here now. It's going to be Ruben Mobbs offloading, and well read there by Callum Murray. A second rower himself. He knows how they play, and well done there from him. Columbus going left now. Here goes Wallace. Cut out ball. Walmsley straight through a hole, and that's forcing his hand there. Ruben Mobbs there to save the day. And that's just fitting. The person that gave up the ball collects it back.
Yeah, he made up for his error there, Ruben Mobbs. Just diving on a loose ball there. And the Raiders, they just need to hold on to the ball, though. They keep making errors. They're defending well. But you can't defend for all game, especially when you're down by 10 already. They just need to make sure they complete the next set. They can't keep making errors. I think it's made like 3 errors in a row at the moment.
Leondis now driving there. It's going to be pulled over just from the 40. And here goes Rossini out of dummy half, the underrated hooker. How good's he going, Lockie, here for the Raiders? 10 out here of the opposition line. Where are they going now? It's fifth tackle for the Raiders. And they're going to be putting up the grabber kick from King. Ricochet off, space the pace. That's going to be called a knock-on, I believe. And the Raiders are going to have another shot here.
Yeah, they really needed that. And now the Raiders going to help shoot show us what they can do.
First tackle going right. Inside ball. That's Eli Barnes. What a tackle made there by the middle defense here of the Cowboys. Which way are they going now? Canberra going left. Cut out ball. Ruben Mobbs. Can he find his first try in the SRL? They're going to get around his legs there to drive him back. The ref wants to check it.
Yeah, held up there. And now the Raiders, they keep pushing forward. Can they find something here?
And now they're going left. Ricochet there to Allen. Bumps off one. That's all class there. Beautiful try there from the Raiders' second rower and Wally Allen.
And the Raiders, talk about a bounce back. This game is not over by a long shot. The Raiders have to defend, I think, about 5-10 minutes in a row earlier, somehow surviving. They go upfield, force an error, and Wally Allen juggles it for a bit before running over the top. I'm not even sure who that was. Might have been like Bobberstone or something. Just get out of my way. And now the Raiders. They know how to win close games. They've won 3 close games, or 1-2 close games already this season. Had all their games have been within 2 points. I feel like we might be going down the same path here.
Rohan there to convert, and, well, it's going to be 4 points the difference here at Joe Stadium. 20 points to play in this second half. Wells there with the ball. You'd have to think the Cowboys have got another strike back left in them. They've only scored once here in this second half, and then it's just sort of faded away. They weren't able to complete in the Raiders' red zone, and now they've just come back from absolutely nothing. The Raiders being put under so much pressure for the amount of time that they were. Wells kicks off, going down here to Rahul now, who's going to return it up to the 20. But the Raiders, they're looking on fire here, Lockie.
Yeah, it's really interesting. After, the Cowboys scored that first try in the first, first set of the half, I sort of thought, oh, here we go. The Raiders, it's going to be the same old story with the Cowboys, they just keep going. And now, the Raiders scored two tries after defending for so long on their line. And currently, it looks like the Raiders have a little bit of bounce in their step. It looks like they actually feel like they can win this game now, and they're definitely right up for this one.
It's fourth now. They're within the half here. Ricochet, that's going to be called a knock on. They pick it up there, Wallace. Ref calls play on. Which way they're going now? Columbus going down the short side. To Tara Maxwell, dangerous. Well done there from the Raiders' defense. Demando in there to make the tackle now. Wells going left here to Wallace, who's just going to take a run. Will be met well there to defend by James now, playing in that prop position. Going right here, short side, Murray, short ball, Columbus. 35 out here from the Raiders' lines. Only third tackle here for the Cowboys. They're going left now. Wallace out here to Namana now driving over the 30. Which way they're going now? Wells looking for the settler. Chris Lord ball playing short ball. Johnston one-on-one. They're just dragging him down there, the big second rower. They bring him down eventually to play the ball. Wells out here. Moana, bomb. That's on point. Who's there for it? And it's going to be Eli Barnes. It bounces, but he eventually collects it. And again, another repeat set here for the Cowboys.
They've done a lot of defending this game, the Raiders. I don't know how they've held on for the amount of time they had against the attacking weapon that is the Cowboys. But they're going to have to hold on a little bit longer at the moment because the Cowboys, they're coming for them. Because that's a great start to the set with a great run there by Namana.
Namana now. Wells in there at dummy half. Going left. It's going to be Hodgson now ball playing here to Johnston. Coming on for Lord now. Which way they're going now? Marker's offside. Wells doesn't take advantage. He goes right. Underneath here to Hodgson. Straight through a hole. He just got onto the field. Offloading here to Wells. Driven backward a run there from the... lock forward at the moment here for the Cowboys. Now they're going left. Cutout ball. Johnston driving. There's only one player there. They bring two in to turn him on his back there. Short of the line. The ref's going to call in the field to play now. Wells in there at dummy half. Going right. Settler here to Moana. Driven back. The little 5'8" there tried doing it all himself. The defense got up in the face of him with Tim James there now. They'll be looking for the kick here from Wallace. Crossfield kick. Who's underneath it? Is it King? Oh, what a take there from Josh King. He steps around one for his effort. And the second rower, who's playing in the centers this season for the Raiders, is putting on a class performance.
I don't know how they're doing this, the Raiders. They're just absolutely... I don't know how they're doing this. It's just absolutely just incredible, this defense. I don't think I've seen defense like this in the SRL, how much ball the Cowboys have had, and especially against the Cowboys. It's just absolutely incredible. Taps off to them, but their job's not done yet. They're still down by 4.
Talking about fourth tackle now. Early kick here. Rohan now with the boot. He's not going to get much distance on that. Alamatungi's back there. They need to watch out here. Steps around one. They do well. They're going to give the Cowboys some good field position here, short of the halfway. Looking to spread it here. Moana linking up with Namana now. And now they get over the halfway, or they're on it, matter of fact. Slow play the ball, penalty. And this is just going to put the Raiders under more pressure to test this mighty defense here in Canberra.
Yeah, this green wall is going to be tested again. The amount of ball the Cowboys have, I have no idea how the Raiders are still in it. It's just absolutely amazing, but as we've already said, the job's not done yet. And if they can't, keep them out this set, it's not going to be for nothing. Because let's be realistic, their discipline's been shocking in the second half. It's just been their defense that stood up.
And now which way are the Cowboys going? Wells going left to now, off here to Johnston. Johnston being driven back there. Which way are they going now? They're going right here. Moana cutting out here. Alamatungi out the back. It goes to Wallace. They rush up. They saw where it was going. Good defense there from the Raiders now. It's 4. Settler play to Hodgson. Ball playing, matter of fact, to Robbo. Robbo driving. There's 3 in there to turn him on his back. They're going to have one more tackle here to hold out the Raiders.
And once again, the defense is showing. This time it was Barnes and Wally Allen just around him, not letting him get up. And the Raiders, they survive. They survive once more. They still have another attack up the sleeve, those the Cowboys.
And it's going to be Moana, knock on. Wally Allen picks the ball up. The man who saved the try is going to come here and just save the set as well. And to start it off now, Thompson, short ball. Tim James straight through a hole. He's off the field for a break. Now, which way are they going now? Rossini in there at dummy half. They're going right. Allen, short ball. Thompson, Caval now. Rahul Ledge taking the run, being driven back there to the halfway. Second tackle here for the Cowboys. I should say Raiders going left here now. Inside Barnes. The green machine, they're driving over the 40 now here. 10 to play here in the second half of GIO Stadium. They're going left. Thompson, big shot there, put on him. They're 30 out. It's only fourth here now. They're going left. Linking here now to the halves. Here goes Rohan. Rohan now driving short of the 20. They'll be looking for the kick. 60 gained in this set here for the Raiders. In the pocket it goes. It's King. King with the kicking duties. And Hodson picks it up to save the day. There's still time for the Raiders, but they have to get situations like that right.
Yeah, that was not the greatest kick there. He sort of hit the foot and the Cowboys played and they survived. Had they have dived on the ball for Raiders there, I would have expected potentially 6 again there. Thought the Cowboys may have played at that, but they need to fix up their discipline still. Giving away too many errors, too many discipline, too many penalties. Their defense is helping them out a ton, but they need to find some points still.
Do you reckon, Lockie, after all the defense, that they're feeling a bit of fatigue and a bit of pressure? There's Namana with the ball, and they're just not able to just find the line with the last 7 minutes here in the second half. With the kick now, it's going to be Wallace for the duties. Down here to Xavier Demando, who takes it. They'll need him to get a good run here, which he does, but the kicker and Wallace covers well.
Yeah, another great kick chase standards. They'll now have a go. Tim James.
Oh, Tim James. Offloading now here. Leondis being driven back. He should have just held it. They would have had more meters. Second tackle here. Looking to spread it now down this short side. It's going to be Barnes off here. Marshall Edwards. They do well there. The outside defense of the Cowboys. Over the halfway, Edwards goes. Playing the ball now. And their dummy half is that man. Lomu. Lomu now going here to Rahul for a run. Fourth tackle for the Cowboys. 6 to go here in the second half. Spreading it now. Thompson. Long ball. Eli Barnes straight through a hole. What a cover tackle. He offloads to Tim James to get those extra meters. They're within the 20. They're in the Cowboys' red zone. They need to get the kick right here, the Raiders. And now it goes to Caval. Grab a kick. Who's there? Player was offside. He could have scored the try. But it was in vain. The Raiders, the Cowboys. Johnston to save the day.
Yeah, well, I thought the Raiders might have been in for almighty there as they give away another penalty.
Oh, no.
The Raiders' discipline is killing them. It's killing them. This is just... If the Raiders could fix up their discipline, I think they'd win here, but they just can't. And it's going to be even that much harder for the Raiders to win now with the Cowboys have a good field position. They're going to have to force an error, I think.
Moana, short ball. Namana now being driven back there. 45 out here from the Raiders line. There's still some territory for the Cowboys to cover now. Short ball, Johnston. 35 out. That run's going to help. Good run there from the second rower. It's 30. Cowboys looking to spread it now. Moana out here to Wallace, who just takes the run. Halves linking. 25 out now. Marcus offside. Wells going left here. And here goes Robbo Mobiston. Straight through. Passing. Casey Namana. The ankle tap from Barnes to save the day. There's still another job to do here for the Raiders. And it gets picked up by Mobiston. He dives short. They go for a second time. The forwards. They're looking to score here at GIO Stadium. And it's not enough. And Wally Allen nearly knocks it on.
I don't know how the Raiders keep surviving. They'll multiple tries, and that's it. The Cowboys usually would have scored from. But they just can't, and the Raiders are somehow surviving at the moment, but they still are 4 points behind. They need to find something.
And here goes Xavier Demando now down the sideline, offloading. Here goes Caval, off to the races. That's a good cover tackle there from the Cowboys. Which way are they going now here? Rossini going right now. Off here. Wally Allen straight through a hole. He's already got him one. Is he going to get another? Wally Allen driving. They get around the legs on this time. It's fourth tackle. There's about a minute and a half to play here at GIO Stadium. The home fans, they haven't left. They're wheeling their side over here, Lockie.
Oh, this is an amazing performance from the Raiders. If they could somehow win here, that would be the performance of the season. The amount of adversity they've had to face, how poor their discipline has been.
And they're going right now. Short side. Lomu.
It's this play.
You're not going to
It's
get
gotta be
past
this play.
there. It's got to be this play here. Lockie's calling it. 1 to go here at GIO Stadium. And Leondis, he just takes a settler. And that's going to probably be the match here. Cowboys coming out of their own end. They're not going to play anything fancy. They're just going to play solid, gritty, determined footy here.
Yeah, the Raiders, their discipline has killed them tonight, and I don't think they're going to get another opportunity here. The Raiders, the Cowboys discipline has been really good. I want to see how many errors they've made at the end of this, because it's just what's killed them tonight, and that's going to be the game there.
And that's full time here at GIO Stadium down in Canberra. And the home side, the Raiders, taking it to the death, but it was the North Queensland Cowboys coming away 22 points to 18 away from home against this home side and the Raiders. And Lockie, this season, they're looking to make all of their games close like this.
Yeah, they keep making their games close. Another loss here. I thought it might have been the same story as last week. The Raiders somehow came up with a victory, but unfortunately, they couldn't do it there. 8 errors each. I feel like it was more than that, or at least the Raiders had pretty much no field position for the majority of that game. Last week was a grubber kick that got them the try that they needed. I thought it might have been the same story this week, but they couldn't get that last kick. And unfortunately, the Raiders, they just can't find it in the end.
They can't. And as we go over to look at more individual stats, Tim James leading the meterage. Well, no surprise in that. He came out here for his second stint, and he was all over the park. 171 running meters, 2 line breaks. Eli Barnes, well, he sort of was really toned down in that second half there. The Cowboys really wrapped him up well. Only 6 line breaks, 163 running meters. But you have to admit, you talk about discipline that killed them. Tim James giving away 2 of those penalties. And that looked to really just tell the story and just seal the deal for the Cowboys win here this evening.
Yeah, 3 penalties, 8 errors. It was just a lot of just discipline in the wrong part of the field. And they kept giving the Raiders ball, the Cowboys ball, sorry, and in the end it was just too much. You know, you gotta feel bad for the Raiders. They did so much defending, and the Cowboys never crossed after they started just really putting their body in the line for the entire last 36 minutes. But they just had given themselves not enough time left. By that point, they were already down by 16 points. And unfortunately, it was too little too late for the Raiders.
As we go over and look at the North Queensland Cowboys, the victors here this evening. Look at Alamatangi clocking 252 running meters and 21 tackles from the fullback out the back there. He got through a mount. Talk about defense. They put the Raiders through their paces, but Alamatangi out the back there had to cover a lot. Chris Lord, 21 respectively. 3 line breaks for Lord, 5 for Alamatangi. And look at Thomas Wallace down here, the kicking meters from him. He just did well there. 53 running, but it was mainly his running meters, wasn't it, Lockie? He was just running the halves for both sides, Moana and Wallace. They were really just running the ball and just taking the work off of their forwards.
Yeah, well, I just want to just point out from another play from the Raiders quickly. The other half, Luke Thompson. Wonder if he's carried an injury or something, because I think he only ran, quickly have a look, I feel like he only ran 47 meters, which is not the amount you'd expect your half to be running in a game of footy. So I wonder if he might have been carrying an injury about that. We'll have to see that in the post-game. But back to the Cowboys, you know, Kobe Johnson, I thought, was very strong in both defense and attack for the Cowboys in that forward pack. Chris Lord, well, he's just pretty much, and to be honest, he set up a try, scored a try, 3 line breaks, 2 tackle breaks. That's like an average performance for him nowadays. Like, that's how good he's playing. And Johnny Columbus also from the centers, I thought was very strong.
Yeah, no, definitely. They both played, it was individual efforts, but it was mainly the team effort. They all played out of their own skin. They changed up the interchanges, the Cowboys, and it worked dividends for them. Coming away 4 points against the Raiders at GIO Stadium. The North Queensland Cowboys winning 22 points to 18. Stay tuned here on SRL TV. We still have one more game coming up after this. It's going to be the Melbourne Storm coming away. Yeah, it'll be the Melbourne Storm. But honestly, there's beautiful stuff there from the North Queensland Cowboys.
Yeah, it was really good, the stuff. The Raiders' defense was probably the best 36 minutes of defense I've seen from any team ever. But unfortunately, as we've already said, it's down by 16 points. It was way too little, way too late for the Raiders, and in the end, it just wasn't good enough.
It wasn't. They came back at the death there, the Canberra Raiders. And now we're going to be off here to Amy Park on SRL TV. The home of the Melbourne Storm, taking on the Penrith Panthers away from home. Looking to come back against that 1-point loss against the Raiders last week. I'm Eddie Oliver, joined by your SRL Commissioner, Lachlan Martin. Stay tuned. Enjoy your evening.